Hello all. This is the UK League organised by Tazos, and I am playing Yahia, who is currently on a train bound north. So hopefully their connection holds up. They're obviously showing us offline right now, so we'll see how this goes. I'm the USA, and I've been dealt a not spectacular opening hand. Kind of want to use your intervention just for one op, I guess, and hold D style. Lots of one op cards though, including CIA. So a tough start. We'll open 442. At least we know socialist governments is in our hands, so we can't expect to be totally crucified in Italy. But yeah, 3, 4 one op cards, including you and intervention. Not an ideal start. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, okay, so 442. So, we can either open CIA or duck and cover. The advantage of keeping CIA in the deck, obviously, is its DEFCON suicide risk, but that's thinking a long way ahead, especially with an ops poor opening hand. With you and intervention, of course, if we know they've got blockade or purge, we learn something. So I think as frustrating as using CIA from the get-go, it might be best. So 442 is fine. And I guess we're going to open CIA, because I'm not going to open duck and cover. And there's really no other headline. So let's see what we're up against in turn 1. Sometimes perfect information goes a long way in turn 1. But if we see 4 4-op cards, we'll probably assume we're playing from behind. Okay. So they just go off to space. And now we get to see the rest of the hand. Asia scoring, crucially. And then a range of 2 and 3-op cards. Okay, let's just put that all in the hand tracker. So Asia, De Gaulle, Warsaw, Cambridge 5, Indo-Pakistani War, NORAD and Formosa. Okay, so knowing that, we're probably going to use you an intervention in space D-style just to maximize our ops here. I think we can also realistically expect a coup on Iran. So we'll keep DEFCON at 5 and play into... Okay, sorry, chit chat. I'm going to play one into Malaysia, I think, having seen... Although no Korean War. Could play into South Korea. Because then they have to use the China card. Yeah, let's play into South Korea, knowing they have Formosa as well. That's unorthodox, I guess, but we'll see. So, if I get them to sink the China card into Korea, that's a minor victory. And knowing they hold Formosa counts against them as well. And they also have to watch out for what else I get up to. Do we start with an ops war? It's what we're being invited to do. problem with this is if he drops Asia scoring and then gets Korean War. This could end badly fast, couldn't it? Oh well, let's gamble. It's the weekend. It's a hot day. Let's go mad. If he does sink into South Korea, we'll play into Afghanistan to gain a VP for adjacency and also deny the kind of quick and dirty domination. Does go for it. So we managed to sneak the China card out of their hand, which isn't a bad thing. We use UN intervention on socialist governments, take Afghanistan, and play into Thailand. Hmm. Now is where we start to get into like tricky territory, I guess. Arab-Israeli war into Egypt before Nasser triggers. Not great. And we've got a space D style. Tricky opening hand. Good thing we have perfect information. Probably still misplayed it, but that's standard. So we should be able to head off domination in Asia here, so they should just be looking to drop Asia. They may do a 3-op coup on Iran to try and push into Pakistan and threaten realigns on Afghanistan if I don't drop DEFCON too quickly. Here it comes. A failure was great for us there. So now we'll put 2 in Egypt, cover Israel. No 5, no 6, please. Excellent. He'll consider another 3-op coup with NORAD, but probably wants to avoid it. But now, of course, I'm butting up against being excruciatingly low in ops points. They drop DEFCON to 2, I guess the question is... so they're going influence, okay. Just leveling up, great. So we'll go to space here. And fail. Don't want to tip our 1-op cards, basically. There goes Asia. So we hold Truman in case they event the Gould finish. But we'll have a 1-op coup on Egypt here. 5 or 6, please. Nope, oh well. Such is life. We may as well have one more coup on it. Partial success. So here, Europe scoring is probably the safe bet by virtue of the fact we know they've got de Gaulle. Oh no, they've used de Gaulle, dumbass. Yeah, in which case, Marshall Plan's best because then NATO and special relationship are in effect. Oof. Good thing I stopped to check. Korean War, containment. Fidel. Korean War, Vietnam. Blockade. So, we can event containment. Containment's probably better here, because then we can blockade away decol. Worst case scenario, we get purged and containment evens it up. And it gives us a head start on France for Europe scoring. So let's headline containment instead. And we're lucky to have got, oh, there you go. So, Tempted Fate. We're now spacing decol. And NATO's brilliant. Sometimes you can't write better than that, can you? With Vietnam revolts coming, I guess we have to protect Thailand. And we coax them into the 1 in 3 of Pakistan with Indo-Pakistani war. This allows us to keep blockade and decol, of course. Please miss. Splendid. Whoa, not event. It's going my way. We take Egypt. Move to Lebanon. Put 1 in France and see if they have Suez. That'll do. Please don't have Suez. I really would rather like to score Europe. So we'll be spacing Korean War and playing Vietnam revolts at the end of the turn. So we hope to get Europe domination via Fidel. This could be problematic if he jams West Germany. Oh, he's jamming Pakistan. We'll allow that. Making him respond in Europe first. We've got access to more non-battle grounds. We shouldn't lose the battle for domination in Asia. Especially if we AR6 Laos and take AR6 Vietnam and get Laos and Malaysia. Or Laos and Indonesia, I guess. So no Suez, please. So I think we've established they're not holding Middle East scoring because they're not taking Syria. I'm kind of telegraphing I'm holding France, so the question is whether or not I can do enough to hold it. Okay. Oh, right. We drop Europe scoring. They may, of course, drop Middle East, but there's not a lot we can do to help there. Whoa, hello. And we just need to try and stay ahead of domination in Asia, which we should be able to with access to the Southeast Asian non-battle grounds and so on. So one in Burma? Oh, no, overprotect, okay. So we space Korean War. NASA on a strike day. NORAD goes to space. Cautious. Roscosmos doing their thing. And we use Vietnam revolts to take Laos and Indonesia. So Middle East scoring's going against us, but hopefully we can cover the rest. Being redealt D-style would be nice. Amazing. So that's our blockade card. We don't really have a safe headline here. Olympic Games, we're probably going to headline even though there's some weird world in which they headline duck and cover, although they have to be redealt it. They've got Middle East scoring and nuclear test ban and 5-year plan and defectors, so they know that we can't defect their headline and they can ditch anything they don't really like. They've got Eastern European unrest as well. So I got redealt D-style and SOC Gov. So could headline blockade pitching D-style, which is only a disaster when I get purged, and we know 5 of their 8 cards. So let's do that instead. Yeah, because Olympic Games doesn't deny. Okay, that was to be expected. Good. And we can ditch D-style here. So they get a coup. They'll probably go Panama here. Obviously, if they replay NATO, it's not in play because I didn't event marshal plan. Special relationship's not worth a lot then. Panama seems like the straightforward coup here. So it goes, and it's a powerful one. Okay, so what are our options? We can play into India and hope they don't have Indo-Pakistani war. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're always likely to stay ahead. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, we're always likely to stay ahead in Asia anyway. So we're probably better off starting to fill battlegrounds elsewhere on the map. Although we could take Burma just to entrench things. Because Algeria should come our way anyway. But we can spend the turn filling up Africa if we want. They've got nuclear test ban, 5-year plan and defectors. They'll probably be able to ditch Europe scoring here. Well, they'll happily do it if they've got it. So we'll space decol and invent and repair socialist governments. And we'll put 2 in Mexico. I'm more concerned about junta and liberation theology than I am them cooing Mexico for control, which of course requires a bit more legwork. So we'll see about that. But we're going to be going into mid-war around kind of the old meta parity, right? USSR around -5, somewhat underdeveloped in the New World, although Panama and Cuba, obviously. I'd say USSR slightly ahead as things stand, especially with CIA out the deck. But turn 1 hand was pretty lousy. India? Yeah, fine. So, we'll take Zaire and pop 1 in Algeria. And that was Arab-Israeli War. Didn't know they held that. So we now have 3 of their 5 cards. Nuclear test ban, 5-year plan, and defectors. Hmm. Overprotecting Laos and taking Malaysia against brush war in Thailand isn't a bad idea as well. Helps with Southeast Asia scoring and brush war in Thailand. Of course, right now the brush war in Italy is significantly juicier. So one option, if we can fade Hunter and Liberation Theology, is to put 2 in Greece, 1 in Lao, Cambodia, 1 in Malaysia. Although that's a lot of influence in non-battlegrounds, which is never good. But getting either of Italy or Thailand turned by brush war is even worse. So where's this going? Clever. So here, I think we coup Colombia to get our mill-ops, and if they do, so please no one. Excellent. If they flip Thailand with the China card, we get Venezuela. But they don't. Ah, honours even. So I can now put right in Thailand. There we go. Now we just have to hope they don't find out that I'm holding garbage to finish. They've got 5-year plan defectors and 1 other card. And I've got a space decall and then event repair Europe. So yeah, bit of a sticky wicket here again. They have a lot of firepower. We don't. Going for it. Power. Well, that'll do it. Wow, okay. Well, we hand them Colombia then. Spacing decal. So they're holding 5-year plan defectors and 1 other card. So, okay, so we're in a bad way in South America now. We really need to get Junta or VOA. Event repair.gov. So now it becomes. So they're holding 5-year plan and 1 other card. Now it becomes a kind of, do we get ABM, Voice of America, Brush War, etc., or do they? $1 million question. Okay, so here we'll protect Italy marginally against Brush War and look to shore back up. That doesn't help. We'll just repair. Which redominates, yeah. Okay, come on mid-war. Europe scoring is great. Brush War for us is fantastic. And we can space some garbage. But we don't solve the issue of... We can use Brush War, I guess. Add mid-war. Europe scoring is good if we can hold it. One small step's good too. In fact, one small step is perfect now. So one small step in the headline. Okay, so we will give them Suez. Not Quagmire. So we have Brush War, but obviously now we have the dilemma that they'll get a coup because we have to use Missile Envy. But we should be able to reassure Europe for Europe scoring. It's just how bad the Americas go for us in the interim. We get a MIT 2. Let's hope to see Lone Gunman and South America scoring. Amazing. All red, baby. So Asia, South America, Muslim Rev, Cultural Revolution, and Brezhnev all go into the trash. That's fantastic news for us. So with Missile Envy, we'll take Mexico against Liberation Theology first. Yeah, that's fine. That may be somewhat risk averse, but that's where I'm at. With Cultural Revolution gone and Nixon and Yasuri still in the deck. Yeah, I thought that was coming. I'm going to retake Europe, although not the UK, of course. And then I might ask not all my one-op cards. Hope not to get dealt Lone Gunman. Could 50-50 Brush War Panama? You and I on the trap. Going big in Africa. We'll drop Europe scoring. Let them keep pumping. They, of course, now can use Bear Trap on AR7 without having to ditch a card, which is neat for them. Yeah, I think I like Arse not having not space this turn. Although, with South America scoring gone, we could survive this. Couldn't we? So let's space instead and hold Arse not. Now we're headline peaking. That's a bonus for us. Yeah, so Brushall, the question is Panama or Zaire at 50-50. Panama's probably slightly higher margin. But of course, getting some access into South America is important at some point, even having ditched the scoring card. We will first place a single influence in Angola. In Algeria, sorry. Up to date. Okay, so now we do Zaire. Strictly because Africa. Oh, we know they don't have Africa scoring, actually. Do we? So instead. No. Because they're going to get three ops anyway, aren't they? Ooh. I suppose Zaire is better? Because there are more cards that give us access to Panama, even though it's a one-stab battleground. Gamble. Ugh, and fail. Probably didn't matter then. Well, the scoreline is flattering, obviously, knowing South America's gone, but with Africa in a perilous way. The trouble now is, of course, even ABM treaty flipping Zaire is going to be tricky. So Africa's not looking good. Looks like Y's dropped offline for the moment. We'll see when they reconnect. NORAD's gone, yeah. That's up to speed. Here we go. So yes, this is going to be 5-year plan. And they've got 3 ops to splash wherever they please. I suspect Uruguay. We can play Saharan states with our 1-op, but we don't gain a great deal. I suppose, I don't know, when they kill Algeria we do because we avoid losing to control. If they flip Algeria, then they can take Nigeria as well and we're presenceless. So I expect I'll drop my 1-op into Saharan states. And of course I should be really trying to play into Canada soon to get the most out of NORAD now it's dropped and Quagmire's gone. Headline peaking's definitely going to come in handy. Let's see where this all goes. Okay, snags a Southeast Asia point. And we'll put one in Sahara States. Oh, ABM, nice. And colonial rear guards. Lots of options. That's a nice hand. Shuttle Dip and John Paul. Yasuri. CRG. Yeah, lots to play with here. Being able to peek is very useful here. Because obviously, you know, they play Hunter, we can play ABM. A straight Purge is annoying. Doesn't give away a great deal. So what do we like? Colonial Rearguards in Africa? For example? Yeah, that denies domination. I'm not sure that's great, but I like that it basically gives them one less option. And we've got a counter coup with ABM coming wherever they go. Mexico seems likeliest. Please miss. It's not good. We'll counter coup. Please no one. Hello. Let's try that. Now there's no DEFCON warning. Please no one. Please, 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 please. Perfect. And now we're looking to event as much as possible this turn. So event Indo-Pakistan, event Yasuri, event John Paul. So looking to flip African places. We'll use shuttle diplomacy to take Nigeria and overprotect it. Yep, so we'll just be looking to repeatedly flip. So here, that's a little annoying. That's fine for now. If they play into Southeast African states. Good to see Lone Gunman go, by the way. Okay, Asia scoring's gone. Let's first event Indo-Pakistan War, see if we can flip a battleground. No, that's a shame. But if they want to take the Philippines just to level up Southeast Asia scoring, that's good for us, I think. Okay, one for them, two for them, sorry. I think we want to use Isuri at the end of the turn, don't we? So I think we want to event John Paul and make them scramble there. Yeah, fine. Salt going is fine by me. Where are we at? 40-15. Yeah. Okay, so we can either do that, which only swings the VPs a few, or use it to jam. Yeah, okay. So really don't want to use Allende, which I guess means playing Arsenal for ops. Let's overprotect against Willy Brandt. Kind of boring, but there we go. Yeah, and then AR7 we can jam Isuri. Not sure that's great, but it'll do. There's Southeast Asia scoring. We swung a VP. And now we can use Isuri to freak out Asia. Grain sales is fantastic for us. Lamentably, we'll get realigned out of Africa, so Brazil's the likely target. Okay, so they're huntering, so we get to grain sales first. And we'll coup Brazil, so if they play... Oh man. Yeah, we've got to protect Mexico, so let's coup there. That's good. So now they play 2 into Uruguay. And try and realign. And then we can OAS 2 into Chile. Oh no, okay. Ah. Oh. So South America control is theirs. Okay, so we can OAS. Two into Chile. That's fine. So NATO went, Junta went, OAS is gone. Duck and cover went. OPEC's got to go to space. It's worth 4 VP. Everything else we'll try and make work. Tough battle. Martial Plan and Flower Power are the last two 4-op cards in the deck. Did Martial Plan get reshuffled? Yeah, it was turn 2. That's fine. That adds up. So we're looking to snag Chile and Peru before they get a chance to do real lines on it. And instead they're probably going to jam Chile here. Yeah. Crap. Okay, so we'll puppet government into Brazil and Uruguay. We're also going to play into Taiwan. We'll go into Saudi. We want to try and get places we can't access, don't we? That'll do. Not great. Boy, oh boy. So, takes Brazil? I feel like we're just going to have to give up on South America. We can't keep up the pace there. Ugh, garbage. Let's jam Argentina with the China card, because Nixon's still in play. Ugh, yeah, that sucks. It all sucks. But there's at least an opportunity there to disrupt. But we're struggling to get any kind of foothold in South America. Galling. Okay, so that's as good as it's going to get for us. We take Argentina and Uruguay. And hope not to get cooed out of Uruguay. Man, that's rough for us. So we've got to coup. And the best card we can use is a 1-op card. So 4, 5, or 6, please. Excellent. That was lucky. We're in a way harsher place. Their 1-op coups with 1-op cards are much better. So they want to hold on to the China card. We space OPEC. And NASA have finally turned on. All it took was one small step, and they are stepping away. Last card. Nuclear subs. Panama Canal. Fine. We're going to event and repair De Gaulle. Mostly to get it out the deck. And back another VP. We get to headline peak, so Africa scoring in the headline here is good for us. We got Camp David, so they got arms race. Liberation theology is not good for us. Oh boy. So they got nuclear subs, Marshall Plan, arms race, U2 incident, and liberation theology. We have Camp Willie, Cambridge South African unrest, and Africa scoring. And we got How I Learned an OPEC back in the reshuffle. So they've got arms, U2, nuclear liberation theology, and Marshall Plan. So liberation theology is absolutely their headline. And we are going to ditch Africa scoring in the headline. Now it's mostly a case of just seeing if we can keep our nose ahead of theirs. What with what's going to go on in the Americas. Rough. If they don't headline liberation theology, I guess we have the opportunity to drop DEF CON instead, but we just lack the ops firepower to. The only 3-up card we have gives away 4 VP. So let's see what else. I don't see another headline bar. Liberation Theology just is straightforwardly a decent headline. And if it gets defected, you're still fairly happy because you know the rest of the match isn't going to see defection. Unless they've been dealt a monster and defectors. Thank you. Just the pot's fine if it's. Thank you. Oh, Brush War's even better headline. Now let's see. I suppose we still want to headline Africa scoring because the chance of them flipping Nigeria, Algeria are way lower than other places. So we want to draw their eye. Both are incredibly well protected, so I suspect they'll still go for Argentina or Mexico. Or Thailand. But if I can lure them into trying a 5 or 6, a 5 Nigeria even, it's a 6 in Algeria. Nigeria 1 in 3 is better than a 50-50 elsewhere. I expect we're going to see Argentina, Mexico, or Thailand here. And whichever one they go for telegraphs what scoring card they might have. Well, if they play into Taiwan, then they're empirically holding Asia scoring. So we can now use South African unrest and Portuguese Empire crumbles for free ops. Argentina or Mexico? Oh, that's great news. Okay, so we know they hold arms race. So let's keep DEFCON at 2 and deny them arms race. That's good to deny 3 VP. 2 ops to deny 3 VP. That seems like a trade for me. If they play into Taiwan, it suggests they are holding Asia scoring, so we're probably better off using OPEC to flip Indonesia just to force them to flip it back. It's a shame we still don't have any 4-op cards. We got ABM, right? And we got Marshall Plan once. So we've had 2 of the 4-op cards all game, which is a bit below average. But we can use all these 2-op cards, space OPEC if we can, an event Camp David for the VP, and to keep loading up Israel. Generally entrench our position, or at least retrench our position in the Middle East. I am disturbed about Asia, but playing into Taiwan that's a lot of ops, but not a great deal of return, especially as we can then start tapping India, Malaysia, Indonesia, North Korea, South Korea to level up. So, yeah, I'm probably not playing into Taiwan. Those failed coups in the Americas have been very helpful. Otherwise, things could have been really bad. Marshall Plan as well, eh? Blimey. Thank you. No worries, thank you. Right, so. Ah, yes, of course. That'll do. So we will use South African unrest to finally take Canada, and we'll take the UK as well. Europe domination is assured for now. Bum. And we've got double over protects on all of our battlegrounds. Right, so we should always stay ahead in Europe at this point, but the rest of the map is the problematic bit. Okay, so this strongly telegraphs that they want to ops war in Europe. But we're ahead, right? They can't take 2 battlegrounds even with the China card. So we'll event Camp David for a VP. Because we can take Benelux and Denmark. Yeah, so we'll use Portuguese Empire crumbles first. Okay, Romanian abdication is handy for them. I read nuclear subs, liberation theology, and one other card. So if this ops war wasn't because they're holding Europe scoring, it's been a very clever misdirection. Because they now have to use the China card to break somewhere, and I just tap another place. Yeah, with Willy. So yeah, they either have to use the China card or event liberation theology now. I should be okay if they've got Europe scoring. I'd like to space OPEC because then I can pitch Allende. Okay, that makes sense. So they're not actually holding Europe scoring after all. But we still space OPEC. Please hit. Excellent. So nuclear subs to finish. And we use Willy Brandt to shore up Mexico. Because we know they're holding liberation theology. And there's no more headline peaking. Crucially for them. It's a good time for headline peaking to end for them. But yeah, what am I looking? I'm looking to fade Lone Gunman and, you know, Aldrich and stuff like that. And early war games would be amazing. And then try to stay ahead in final scoring. Going for it now, that's fine. So we repair. Way zoom in there. You can discard Allende. Okay, so Bear Trap's probably best here, right? Iran Contra AR7. Malaysia scoring. Korean War and D-Star Middle East scoring. So we didn't get a great deal here. I also appear to be holding 10 cards, which doesn't work. Allende got discarded, didn't it? Before the reshuffle. Oh no. After. 9 days discarded. Okay. I think it has to be Bear Trap here. They catch up with us to discard held cards. We get a coup. Ugh, and what's the card to coup with? D-Style? Oh yeah. Of course they have to get out of the trap first, which they've done. Hmm. Okay. Um. Will you an intervention coup the reformer on Libya, since we're holding Middle East scoring? And then tap North Korea. Nice. That gives them some options. And now we want to ditch Asia scoring and Middle East scoring before it gets really bad. Ah, very neat. Asia for nothing. What's D-Star going to do at this point? D-Star's not going to do as much as Warsaw Pact, actually, with Europe the way it is. So let's do that. We have to event Korean War as well. Let's not forget. Ooh, way off. Yeah, we may space Warsaw Pact, I guess. While we're ahead by a nose in Europe. I think what's likely here is sucking some influence out to fill Saudi straight away. I suppose worst case scenario is 2 in Saudi, 2 in Israel, and then a 4-op card. But that seems very all eggs in one basket. Although taking Jordan I've kind of telegraphed. So let's see if they've read it. So things are actually exceptionally precarious. If it goes to final scoring, I may well lose here. Unless I can get some turnarounds. VOA at the death. It's pretty dicey. Oof. Oh boy. As read. Okay, well that is lucky for me. We'll drop Middle East scoring before it gets any worse, even though Nigeria can get realigned. If they don't realign immediately, we put 2 in Cote d'Ivoire. They've still got nuclear subs, I think, unless I've completely missed it. Okay, overprotect's fine. Please miss. It's 2 VP I don't want to give away. Splendid. What have I missed? That's okay. Gives me an edge. Space Warsaw. Fail. That's annoying. Africa, Asia, Middle East. Ask not. Duck and cover. Yep, OPEC. Yep. Reform EU2. Yep. Warsaw. Yep. That's fine. UN, one small step. One small step? Yeah, missed the headline. So nuclear subs is gone in Iran. Contra's gone. I'll just shore up what I've lost. Pop another one in Finland to try and stay ahead. But this is pretty squeaky. Card timing will be everything. Europe's nice, Hunter's nice, Chernobyl's great. So Chernobyl for Europe control, maybe? Seems unlikely. We need 1, 2, 3, 4, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yeah, 18 ops. Oh, we've got solidarity. So, 4. What Europe stuff do they have? Socialist governments. And I've got Pershing. So let's get this right, because this is important. 4 ops to flip Poland after solidarity. And then it leaves me 2, 4, 6, 8. I don't have enough to flip East Germany, so the Chernobyl gambit is off. So Hunter is best to drop DEFCON. Okay. Let's go for it. Please be big. Excellent. Hunter's gone. Lone Gunman's gone. Europe scoring's with me, but I also have solidarity, so we know we're going to score Europe well, and we've now leveled up Central America. In fact, we can press for domination there. Ladakh. Pershing. Pershing can go to space. Ah yes, NATO is not removed. That's one of the problems with my tracker. Okay. Korkmeier. Gotta go for it. So we go decol. Please, please, please. Splendid. Uh, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Latin American debt crisis of Pershing. So we want to coup Guatemala and try and flip Dom in Central America. This is fine. Yeah. They may just go for a snap terrorism. CMC. So now we snag another VP in Europe. Pop one in Cuba. Nicaragua, sorry. This is fine because we can just immediately event solidarity. And then we can go Chernobyl, Ladakh, Europe for Dom. Hmm. So now we're just trading domination for another place, I suppose. They can break Mexico and convert it, but we get Europe domination. And I suppose better to have a cert than a maybe. Amazing title there. Double USSR the influence. Accidentally the bottle. So break Mexico. Break Argentina. That's also to be expected. We'll break Czechoslovakia in case we get tear down this wall and it somehow helps with realignments. Ten ten's going to be intriguing. And gets a mill up as well. Living the dream. Okay, turn 10. Please VOA. Oh, South America scoring is not good. Grain sales is. So we'll start with that. Oh, he gets to look at a lot of stuff. So Cal, I guess? Or maybe tear down this wall. Tear down this wall seems like the likely candidate, with Europe as precariously balanced as it is. Star Wars? I am not that far ahead. Okay, this coup has to succeed. Pretty please. 3 or higher. Please, please, please. Excellent. So we can space Culture Revolution to keep the China card. Play into Peru to realign Chile. Yeah, if they don't play into Peru AR1, we'll lean on Chile. Interesting. Okay. We want to get a coup off in Nicaragua and Guatemala. If we can level off... here comes a coup. This is a big one. Not big enough for them. I don't mind trading 4 ops for 2 ops. Well, that's nice for us. So Europe's starting to look pretty safe. Ooh, a big coup coming. Excellent. Okay, so Middle East dominates, Africa dominates, Europe neutralizes that, and everything else is slightly behind the curve. So they've got to do a lot more than we do. That's a start. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven. So we now flip Indonesia. Are there only 4 op cards left? Let's hope not. They're now way behind in Europe. Oh man, that's brutal. Should we just do that? Yeah, that gives us the most headroom to dominate in Central America. I don't think it matters at this point, so let's not overthink it. Uh, Space Cultural Rev, try and get 2 VP. Hooray! Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Asia's even. The Middle East is going to dominate. So if I break Iran and dominate Central America, that'll do. Well, thank you for watching. We'll get the vid up, and I will see you for some Rutzel 2021B games soon. Look forward to those. Thanks a lot. Till then, bye for now.